Hello, you're listening to Abstract AF. I'm Sneha Jaswal, and I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix animated anthology Love, Death plus Robots, Volume 3. The first volume of the series came out in 2020. That was a time during the pandemic, and it served as a perfect break for all those sitting at home during lockdowns and needing an escape from their four-walled worlds. 18 of these stories were extremely different from each other. The art varied, the themes varied, and it was overall quite a fun series to watch. The second volume wasn't as diverse or different. The trailer for Volume 3 looked fantastic. The animation quality obviously looked top notch, and fans hope that this installation will blow their minds away. But it turned out to be a bit more of a mixed bag than expected, and I really think the makers should now start calling it Sex, Death plus Robots because there's absolutely no romance in any of the stories in Volume 3 at least. And it's not like we want romance, but it's just that if you're gonna be giving us a lot of depressing dystopian drama, a little break from the repetitive theme would have been nice. The first short titled in Volume 3, Three Robots Exit Strategies, was probably the most fun one. It had familiar characters that also appeared in first two seasons, so they set a deceptively fun pace for the series. Directed by Patrick Osborne, the 15-minute short has a trio of droids studying the survival strategies of human beings before they became completely extinct. It was enjoyable, witty, breezy, and with an end that'll leave you with a smile. It's a biting satire and a subtle entertaining lesson in things not to do if humans don't want to go extinct. Next up was Bad Traveling, where a giant, monstrous, man-eating crab terrorizes a boat and strikes a deal with a member of the crew to take it to an island where it can feast on humans. This one was dark, and even though it made for an interesting watch, I felt like the ending wasn't that great, but it has a very Pirates of the Caribbean vibe due to its setting, so I think a lot of fans will enjoy it. Shot number 5, Kill Team Kill, was my favorite in the volume, and like the title suggests, the story is packed with action, blood, gore, and deaths, and fun characters. It has a hilariously dark setting. A man made machine, which looks like a bear, made by the CIA, goes rogue and starts to mercilessly kill US soldiers. So a bunch of them are faced with this virtually indestructible bear. And yeah, it was a fun watch. It has a very American comic book vibe to it, and the storytelling is crisp. Can't really say the same thing about the other short films in the anthology, even though the animation in each one was pretty great. There was this horror themed short called Night of the Mini Dead, which was cute, hilarious. It was like a parody of every zombie series ever made, and it gets over in just 6 minutes. Not something that's extremely memorable, but at least it keeps you entertained. The problem is that almost all the shorts have this nature versus mankind theme, and it gets repetitive and boring. Okay, we get it. Human beings are bad and we should all just die. That seems to be the overarching message of the series. I wish they had some other fun stories like the first volume did. The last one called Jabaro was the most disappointing for me because it had some fantastic visual elements, but the storytelling was just really bad. From the trailer, it looked like it would combine history, folklore, and mystical ingredients, and it sort of does. But in the end, it just feels like a meaningless dance off, and the camera movements aren't even nice. It kind of gives you a headache. Overall, Volume 3 of Love, Death plus Robots felt like a rehash of second season in parts. So while it's not a bad one-time watch, it's probably best that animation enthusiasts not binge watch all the short films together because due to the dark themes and the repetitive plot devices, it might feel like an overkill if you see all of them together. Well, that's all I have to say. Talk to you the next time.